Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett-Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is always awesome to hang out with my dear friend. I would love for him to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and all he's up to.
Sheldon, I'm Louis Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code, 10 Proven Secrets that Motivate Healthy Behavior and Inspire Fulfillment in Men Over 50. How are you?
I'm so good. I am so good. I'm excited about this topic. You know, a lot has been going on for a lot of us, for sure, and we're trying our best to cope. And it sounds like you have an interesting perspective. So please share with me what we got going on.
Well, today we're talking about anger management. Now, why are we talking about that? Well, there's a theory of psychoanalytical theory of catharsis that suggests that, when you want to blow off some steam when you're upset, take a nice run. It'll clear your head. It'll make you feel better, and it'll reduce your anger. Well, there's some new research just published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology coming out of Ohio State, which suggests the opposite. They believe that through what they've done what they call a meta-analytical review, where they look at a bunch of independent studies and look for some common threads. And they looked at 154 studies over 10,000 people. And they concluded that when you run or you jog in particular, that it raises your with arousal raising or heightening activity. And that doesn't produce, and they compared it, let me step back, they compared that to arousal diminishing functions like mindfulness, yoga, meditations, etc. And when they compared it to clearly the arousal heightening activities like, again, jogging, swimming, running, don't do anything for your anger. And in fact, here's the real key, it heightens your anger, because their theory is that running can be boring, can be monotonous, and can actually create some frustration. So, their conclusion is stay away from the arousal increasing activities. And if you want to reduce that anger, go to the ones that diminish arousal.
I think I agree. I mean, people are like, go for a run it off, right? In that way, I just spend the time thinking about why I was mad, thinking about what I should have said, thinking about what I could have said, I'm very distracted. I'm not really focused on what it is that I'm doing. It's not easing my anxiety in that way. It's actually kind of gearing me up for a fight, if that makes any sense. But now people are like, if they see me running, they're gonna be very concerned that I'm raging for a fight. But no, I truly understand what that means. So what are we supposed to do instead?
Well, again, go anything that one of the things that they distinguish is playful activities, that those are good. So if you're playing ball, you're, softball, soccer, whatever the case might be, that gives you that cardio activity, but does it in a more fun, playful way, that is better than just doing this, the running and jogging in particular. Now, I would tell you that flies in the face of a lot of research over decades that suggests that running can reduce anxiety to make you feel better, improve your mood, improve your memory, improve your sleep. So, and that's coming out of places like Mayo and Johns Hopkins and very credible organization that have studied running and jogging over the years. So it's a little bit of a twist. It's something new, but again, we always like to look at the science and be guided by the science, and as we evaluate, what it is we do to lead a healthy lifestyle.
For sure. And the research keeps coming, and they keep diving into, how we can live better lives, and more results keep, being part of this conversation. I truly understand the activity and the playfulness, right? Your mind is no longer dwelling on that previous conversation or that previous engagement or whatever got you kind of revved up in the first place. You're now worried about catching the ball or passing the ball or how to win that particular scenario. So your mind is kind of detached from it. So I understand that completely. So get playful as opposed to get running. I think that that's a good, suggestion as it relates. But, I mean, ultimately, if there's other things that we can do to ease a lot of this anger that maybe too many of us have during these crazy times, I think these are good things.
I think what the new research just basically suggests is that, because I myself love to run. Obviously, I'm a fitness geek, so I find ways to make running pleasant. I obviously have written and I listen to music. I watch the news if I'm inside on a treadmill. If I'm outside, I try to run in places along waterways and such. So there are a lot of things you can do to make running and jogging a little bit more of a pleasant exercise.
For sure.
And also, I would suggest to you that there's a lot of science out there that says that beyond your your mental well-being, that running and cardiovascular has a great impact on your physical well-being. It reduces, regular running can reduce, according to a Harvard study, risk of death from any disease 30%. So there's so much positive stuff. But I think the bottom line is that I would suggest to your viewers is that find what works for you.
Finds what works for you. Absolutely. And this is not an anti-running piece, friends. We're talking
Right.
specifically about anger management. Don't
Yes.
say Lewis and Sheldon said, I don't have to run anymore. That's not what we said.
No,
This is about
no,
anger management, how to calm yourself down after being angry. Run as much as you'd like. Stay as fit and get that
right.
cardio in for sure. We're talking
Exactly.
specifically about anger management, just to
Exactly.
clarify, just in case anybody
Yes.
was confused. This was so good and ultimately so helpful for those of you that are running angry. Let's try to find some more calming, fun activities to participate in. Super, super fun. If people want to get in touch with you, my dear friend, if they want to follow, fan, and like you, as I like to say, where do they find that information?
On social media, you can find me at Lewis Bezich. And of course, on my website, 50plusmen.com, you'll find everything that's going on in my world and how you can find ways to live healthy.
Oh, I love it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Get in touch with my dear, dear friend today from all of us here at This Is It TV. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.